welcome to another episode on the Britpop Buzz podcast. Now, just recently I have had the great opportunity to catch up with Sam Mortley from the Shoegazer93 podcast. We have a great chat about shoegaze, and he also goes through some of his shoegaze collectibles and CD box sets. So please sit down with a drink, get relaxed and enjoy this episode.
Hey.
Morning, Sam.
Hey, morning. Yeah, sorry about all of that.
No, it's okay. No worries. You all right?
Yeah, yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Cheers. I'm enjoying the summer. So, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. So, well, I'll show you some, like, these are like must-have CDs. That I got Like a Daydream, which is a collection from 2006. 16 songs on there. You get everything from Rides, Chapter House, Swerve Driver, Slow Dive, Lush, Catherine Wheel, all the way down to Spiritualized. So that's a good CD for a beginner, a starter pack.
Yeah, you told me that when I asked you a couple of months ago about a CD compilation, and you said it was like £5. Then I went looking for it, and I couldn't find one for under £12. I was like, oh, I'm not in the mood to buy that now. I was like,
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah,
I don't know why.
yeah.
But there's also Still in a Dream, which is, I always say this is more the definitive CD collection. You get 5 discs on there. You get American stuff on there as well. So a lot of the bands that kind of continued it on, sort of when Britpop started, you got a lot of American bands kind of carrying the torch kind of thing. You know, still with crazy guitars and big wall of sound, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely get this. Definitely recommend. You can see the inside. Yeah, you get that. You get like a book as well.
Very nice.
Where is it? Yeah, so you get like a forward in there as well, like somebody saying about the scene and what they thought of it, you know.
Yeah. Looks
And
really
there's
good.
like
I've just wrote that down. So yeah, nice one. Yeah.
Yep. So I've got Rides. I got this fanzine from like an old school fanzine, but from 2015. This was their reunion.
Ah,
I saw them at the Roundhouse in London, which was like their 3rd ever gig back. With really great gig, really great. Andy Bell was there, and because I was massively into Oasis at first, so that's how I gravitated towards Ride through Andy Bell, and it was
yeah.
actually Ride who they were like the gateway band for the shoegazing thing. So I was originally into Britpop like you, but
Yeah.
then I kind of, I don't know, I guess I'm a guitar player myself, and I decided the 2010s was a bit more of a shoegaze revival than the Britpop one, so I naturally gravitated towards that, and plus I was quite a shy kid as well as a teenager, so I think the shoegaze thing sort of suited my personality a bit more than the Britpop thing.
Yeah.
You know, rather than the lads down the pub kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is more about just sinking into your own world kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Chapter House box set. This is one that was on your channel, I think.
Well, I asked for it for Christmas and I didn't get it, and I haven't got it yet. But yeah,
all of the CDs have fallen out.
that's
Yeah, fell on its side and it's all bloody in pieces here.
oh,
So
it
yeah,
looks
Whirlpool, and that obviously the main album. You get remixes and there's like stuff like, you know, unreleased stuff from like the mid-90s when they went into more of like a dance pop kind of direction, you know, a bit more like it went into like Backstreet Boys, like Take That with drum machines, basically.
really. I've not listened
really,
to much after this. Was that after the second album, or was because I've listened
yeah.
to bits of the second album, but
After that's the Blood Music album. Yeah, Blood Music with you know, that was already kind of going towards pop already. You know, it was yeah, electronic as well. But you can tell
yeah,
it's a band of confusion. Like all the different members want to go in different directions because the songs just sound like a part of confusion. It's
yeah.
I wouldn't recommend Blood Music too much, really. I went, where is it here?
No, I
It's
don't.
here,
It's
isn't it?
not.
Here it is. Yeah, that's the
Not.
second one.
Yeah, it's not a patch on the first. No, Whirlpool's
No.
banger is top album. Yeah.
Like Breather. I even named my first band after that song.
Yeah. Well, I got into Chapter House through Mesmerize, but once I'd heard Breather and the rest of the album, I was like, it's better that Mesmerize is just that one-off single, but Breather's amazing. It's an amazing
Yeah,
song. Yeah.
Pearl is like the perfect balance between baggy and shoegazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like Telescopes as well, another band that did the whole baggy shoegazing thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
you
very
know
true.
them.
Yeah, the telescopes did do that sort of mix up of both sort of styles at the time. Yeah, trying to find
Mm,
that balance of and the right audience to. Yeah, it was. There was. I feel at that time in the early 90s in the UK, there was so many different indie like subgenres. You had shoegaze, grebo. You had indie like the Sundays, and you also had baggy sort of going on at the same time, fighting for contention and on different audiences.
yeah, and yeah, Lush. This is the chorus box set. This is their whole discography.
Ah,
This cost me quite a lot on
I was about to
eBay.
say
This is
that's
yeah.
expensive. That is expensive.
Yeah, I took the plunge because I'm such a big fan. I met Mickey a couple of times now. A beautiful woman she is.
Ah,
She
nice.
hasn't got the red hair anymore.
I
But yeah,
started reading a book about 3 weeks ago, so yeah,
mm, yeah, it's really good. Brilliant stuff.
yeah,
They,
that's
they,
a
they came
paycheck in
they
itself.
they came back with an EP in 2016 called Blind Spots, which was like 4 tracks. But that's not featured on here.
Oh, right. And did
But they
that come
did
out
come.
after that?
It came out, yeah, and they did a reunion. I saw them in Manchester on their last ever gig. So I was very lucky to catch them. I saw their
Yeah.
last ever gig. Yeah. And they did an EP and then it all just fell apart. You know, they probably wanted to do an album, but apparently it was like an argument between, I think, Mickey and Emma. There was something
Yeah.
going on there.
Oh,
Um, yeah. And then I got like Radiohead DVD there, Let Live at the Astoria. So that's between Pablo Honey and the Bends. And it's them kind of like punk rockish. You know, they're still quite punk rock at this stage. They're not like, they're not the full on art rock kind of thing that they're going to be known for.
all right.
But they play a lot of the bends on it even before, like a year before it came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get like Just and Fake Plastic Trees and My Iron
I've seen
Lung and
that
stuff.
before. Never seen that.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay. It's on YouTube as well.
is
Well,
it?
yeah, everything's on YouTube. Let's be honest.
And what's it called?
um, Live at the Astoria, which is the venue in London, 1994. I mean, I like the camera work in it. It's a bit like the live ride ones I've got. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
everything's all like professionally set up. You know, good zoom ins and stuff. Um, yeah, this is one of your favorites, isn't it, Catherine Wheel?
Yeah, I like Catherine Wheel a lot. Great band. Black
Yeah.
Metallic, Chrome.
Mm.
Their second album is spot on. Love it. Yeah.
So, yeah. Also, I got the first 2 Ride albums in like a special book kind of format where you get like a live DVD with it, and it's, you know, pictures and stuff in there.
Ah, yeah. Did they come
And
out
it's
last year?
no, I think this was 2012. This was like 20th
Oh, right.
anniversary. So you get the story, all of the stories from the band members, but then you get Live at Brixton DVD, which is
Ah,
that's another big hitter on YouTube. It's got like 200K views or something, and I think that was like the first. Yeah, that was one of the first things that got me into the shoegazing thing. Just that live gig on YouTube.
yeah.
But you can get it in high definition DVD on this,
Right. I'm
so
going to
that's
look for
great.
that then.
And then I've got a Nowhere version as well, which I might have left over there actually. I don't know if I can get to it from here. But yeah, there's a Nowhere one where they do like a live in 1991 gig as well, which is really good. And it's like it's filmed like with the kind of gritty style and stuff. if that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, yeah,
A grainy kind of style. That's the
yeah,
word I'm looking for.
yeah,
Yeah, obviously nowhere. And so yeah, I mean, going blank again. Obviously, I mean, for me, that's the first signs of shoegazing going Britpop. For me,
yeah,
this is the first signs of it really changing. You know,
yeah,
Twisterella, Time of Her Time, and Judy Smiles songs like that are like really Britpoppy, aren't they? You can tell they've been
yeah.
listening to Leisure by Blur and stuff. And
I have to agree with you there because everyone always goes back to Leave It All Behind off that album. If anyone picks a song off the album, they often pick Leave It All Behind before.
mm,
But if you listen to the other tracks, yeah, it's not as shoegazy as the earlier work.
yeah,
And
definitely that.
if you want to stick with Ride, let's go with Ride. The next Carnival of Light is like a full change in direction for them because it's. I feel is a transitional Britpoppy album for them, and if they'd have carried on, they'd have probably gone on till the end of the decade.
Yeah, yeah. Sad how it ended, really. Just egos at play between Mark and Andy, and
Yeah,
yeah, that Tarantula album's no good, is it?
no, it's not. It's
Uh,
they shouldn't have bothered.
and yeah, so we're kind of delving into the bit of the video where album that kind of shows how shoegazing is going into Britpop, and definitely this one, Adorable, which I've got signed by all the members when I saw them on their last gig.
Nice.
Against Perfection by Adorable. I think this one's a landmark album for the change in style. You
Yeah,
know, they had a single called Sunshine Smile, which isn't on this, unfortunately. It was like a single before. And, you know, it's got all the hallmarks of a Britpop band. It's like a Stone Roses kind of riff that starts it. But then you still get the kind of reverb and distortion as well in the song. So it's a really good hybrid of the two styles.
yeah.
Yeah, these guys were from Coventry. Are you aware of them?
Yes,
They
I
were,
am
they were,
aware of them. I've listened to a few
yeah,
tracks of theirs on different compilations I have. I don't actually have that album, but I have got several songs on different
yeah,
compilations. Yeah.
yeah. They were on Creation Records. So yeah, basically, you know, the whole shoegazing thing. It comes from it's 4AD, isn't it? Mixed with Creation Records.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. That's what kind of fuses it together. It's kind of the gothic etherealness of 4AD mixed with the punk and psychedelia of Creation Records.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go with that. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, is there anything you want to ask before I just keep rattling on?
Well, you've sort of answered one of my questions already. I wanted to ask you what got you into shoegaze and everything, but you've answered that already, just talking about your favorite albums and your box sets and stuff. But no, I wanted to talk about different bands, like you said, that have transitioned from shoegaze into Britpop. And one
Mm.
thing I wanted to say was, who do you think did it best? Who succeeded, whereas others failed?
Uh, I think I think if you want like a pure the shoegazing sound, I think Slow Dive were the ones that they kind of stuck in that same gear, didn't they? So
Yeah,
if you want more of the same thing, then it's probably them. You know, especially when you think about after the reunions they did, and they still kind of maintain the same style. But I think I don't know. It's up for debate, doesn't it? I mean, it depends who you kind of like, and I mean, I think Ride, where they brought the energy and they brought the kind of
yeah,
you know variety. I think in the music, but I think Curve like they're amazing to listen to.
yeah. I like Curve. If when I think about it, the big two for me, that's the Verve and the Boo Radleys. They were there in that shoegaze period and changed the sound, and they sort of the Boo Radleys had a peak around 95, 96, whereas the Verve went massive tail end of the 90s with urban hymns. They were all over the world, and they really succeeded once they'd come out of that early 90s shoegaze period.
Yeah, I think in general, I think if you're a music fan, you know, you're not kind of delving into the scene. I think historically, yeah, you're going to look at those bands, aren't you, and say they obviously crossed a lot of styles, and yeah, they're going to be the ones remembered. Unfortunately, I mean, well, not unfortunately, but it's just a shame
No.
for the other bands of the scene that they might be forgotten.
Yeah. Because do you think
Yeah.
when you think about Lush, I've been since we've been arranging this, I've been thinking about Lush past couple of days.
Mm.
They seem to become really famous really quick and were one of the biggest shoegaze bands. They went on that Lollapalooza tour in America. They did loads of stuff. And then as soon as they changed and brought out Love Life in '95, there just wasn't as it wasn't they weren't as famous, and it sort of they was already famous, whereas the Verve and Boo Radleys weren't that famous before. Sort of the opposite, and it didn't help them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think yeah, some shoegaze bands just definitely crashed and burned
Yeah.
when they try to come more forward, as I put it. I always say that, instead of hiding behind this wall of sound and reverb and trying to be ethereal, when
Yeah.
they try and come forward with attitude, and it didn't really work, did it? I mean, you
No.
got that was like "Come On Kids" by Boo Radley's, like it's just a bit of a cringe kind of Oasis
Yeah.
rip-off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all tried that, even like Rides with their like soft voices. You can tell that Mark Gardner's trying to put on some kind of snarl,
Yeah.
like some Liam snarl in Tarantula,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't really work for them. But for me, I think the Verve were always, I think they were always kind of in their own lane anyway, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Urban Hymns box set is amazing.
Wow, that's a big box set. That's massive.
Yeah, you might have seen on my profile on Facebook. I got the whole collection now of the Verve box sets. I just completed the collection. Storm
Wow.
in Heaven, Northern Soul. Yeah.
They're
Um,
very nice. They look like
yeah, beautiful.
DVD box sets, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Well, they've got, I think, yeah, Hey Hall's got a DVD. The Urban Hymns box set, I mean, it's got the Hey Hall one, which is the Wiggins Homecoming
Yeah.
gig in '98. And then Verve, the Storm in Heaven's got like B-sides and live performances.
Cool.
Yeah.
Were they just on Amazon or are they
Um, yeah, eBay, I think,
eBay? Yeah.
as well. I know Amazon
Nice.
it was, yeah. It was
Amazon.
Amazon.
I liked the chrome on that box set, the shiny chrome effect. I've
Mm,
seen posters on eBay yeah, I've seen posters on eBay with a similar chrome effect of the band for the Verve, and that looks really good. But yeah.
yeah. So yeah, something that's straight up Britpop that I've got is I got this book
Uh,
while we were getting high, which is all photography.
yeah, I ain't got that yet. I've got the accompanying CD box set. I ain't got
Oh, there's the Boo Radleys there, look. So that's very good.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to try and get that,
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
and plus I've got where a lot of my knowledge comes from is these books here, Creation Records story, massive Bible of a book. Yeah, this
Who's
is
that by?
massive. David Cavanagh,
Oh,
who I think he's done quite a lot of good books. But yeah, you definitely want this. This is basically a Bible of 80s and 90s indie.
because Alan McGee's got a new book out, went out this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, I've got it on pre-order. I think it's coming out
Yeah.
next month.
Yeah.
And then I've got, yeah, this is the 2014 one that he wrote, Creation
Ah,
Stories.
yes.
This is the
Yeah.
one that dodgy film was made after. If have you seen that
I
Creation
haven't seen it,
Stories
no.
film?
I haven't seen
You
it,
don't
no.
want to. You don't want to. As proper music fans like ourselves, you won't like it because it misses out on so much history.
Does it? Right.
Yeah, it kind of just starts with the Mary Chain and it just jumps straight to Oasis. It's
Oh,
like let's ignore everything else in the middle.
that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more. you know, it's more like based on just him as a person rather than actually giving a good oversight of the whole label. So
Ah,
it goes
right.
on about his like relationships and his, you know, what's happening in his life and stuff.
Yeah. Ah,
Um, so yeah, those books, you know, you want to get them. Yeah, there's that Mickey book there. That
yeah. Ah, yeah. I've started reading that a few weeks ago, so it's good. Very good.
yeah. So that's probably all the, you know, that's probably the best of what I've got. Is there anything you want to ask me then, Dave?
No, well, that's a very good collection, Sam. And now would I was going to say, you sort of mentioned it earlier. If you was a newcomer to shoegaze and you was wanting to get sort of heard because it's sort of become a big thing on TikTok this past year or so, and you heard bits of it, what would you recommend? You sort of answered it already. Was there a top couple of albums you'd say, oh, go out and find these first, or
What from the modern crowd or just any time period?
well, from the original time if you want, back in the early 90s, and then
Yeah.
if any modern shoegaze bands you'd recommend.
Well, um, obviously you get Ride still kicking around. They did an Interplay album, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna see them live next month down in Falmouth. That should be a good gig. Um, I would say that yeah, Swerve Driver. They still put out good things after their reunion.
yeah, I
Couple,
didn't realize they got back together till very recently. I was, yeah,
yeah, it was a 2015 one they did called "I Wasn't Born to Lose You." I thought that was more shoegazing than the stuff they did back in the 90s because I think a lot of their 90s stuff they were more in the grunge kind of, they were more in the grunge realm with Dinosaur Jr. and Sonic Youth, that kind of thing.
yeah,
They're like an English band trying to be American in the 90s, but I think they've there's a lot more kind of psychedelia and stuff with the 2015 re-release. A lot
yeah,
more trippiness, a lot more kind of laid back vocal approach and that. One modern band I would recommend is Ariel.
right.
And they're from Chicago. Um, but even they stretch back to like the late 90s, like 97
Oh,
or something. But they didn't put out their first album until about 2004, and then they did another one 2007, and 2017 as well. But you know, people classify them as more of a modern band still, even though they've been around for like 25 years. Um, but I would still say that, yeah, I would say, you know, they're like really pure, you know, everything's like bombastic with the guitar sounds are super ambient and, you know, you can tell that they're using modern technology to enhance the genre,
yeah, yeah.
mm,
And that's
to
always a,
make it as wild as it can be.
yeah. That's sort of the benefit of doing it now, I suppose, compared to 20 plus
Yeah.
years ago, 30 years ago. You've got modern technology that can just amplify everything to what you want it to be.
Mm. But I still think there's a lot of skill. I mean, well, I think if you see these bands live, that determines who's talented and who's just using plugins on their
Yeah,
computer.
definitely. You've still got the 20 pedals on the floor.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting genre, isn't it? I mean, if it is a genre at all, you know. But I mean, it's like Britpop, isn't it? That's not really,
No, it's not a genre.
that's
It's
not defined, is it? Really?
no, it's not. No, not at all.
Yeah.
So, Sam, give me your top three shoegaze bands. What are your top three?
So we'll have to be Ride, and I'll say get this band Kitchens of Distinction that they've definitely crept in there.
Yeah,
I just
cool.
yeah, I think their first two albums are absolutely brilliant, which is Strange Free World and The Death of Cool.
Yeah. Oh,
And
what's the one song that I like of theirs a lot? I don't know what it is.
yeah, what my third choice? Probably Ariel, who I just mentioned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
but I mean, you know,
Nice.
if you do a top five, probably Curve and Slow Dive would be in there as well.
Yeah. Slow
Yeah,
Die. Good.
Curve are super underrated, aren't they? Because I think there wouldn't be any the band Garbage. I don't think they would exist without them.
That's very true. Yeah, there was like a precursor to Garbage. Yeah, very
Yeah.
true. They're at the album Doppelganger. Did you know? Oh, what's the lead singer's name of Curve? I've got off the top of my head.
Tony Halliday.
That's it. Did you know that she was in another band after Curve called Scylla?
No, but I knew she guested on a Left Field track.
Ah, right.
She did some like EDM kind of stuff, big beat stuff.
Ah, I've got an unreleased bunch of songs from that band she was in. I'll send you that in an email. I'll send you that song. Got that.
Okay, yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, thanks,
No
thanks.
worries. Yeah. I don't know how I come
Um,
across that. Hmm.
do we say about the Boo Radleys? To show you the learning to walk thing. Where's it gone now? I'm looking for that CD, Learning to Walk. Oh, there it is. There. Yeah, you want to get this for the best of the Boo Radleys early period. You want to get this because
Right.
it comprises of I think it's 3 EPs, like Every Heaven EP and the Boo Up EP. And I think all of this is the shoegaze and classic stuff.
Right.
I think
You get that.
if you show this to the people who only know the "Wake Up, It's a Beautiful Morning" song,
Yeah, the
"Wake Up,
one.
Boo," if you show this to those people who only know that, they'll be in for a shock, definitely.
Yeah, that's overplayed to death. I turn the radio off when that comes on.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
they're back as well, aren't they? Of course,
yeah, they
without
are.
Martin
Yeah,
Carr, he's
yeah,
one of the best songwriters of the '90s, I think.
yeah,
I like that King Size song. That was a good
yeah.
Britpop tune.
It was very good. It's you don't hear it very often because they're overshadowed by that one song. But yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
But they are back, and I do hope to catch them live.
yeah. They have released a couple of albums over the past couple of years, so they're doing all right for themselves, keeping themselves going. Right. Well, it was nice to chat with you, Sam. And I know it's taken a long time and several months, but yeah, it was great to finally catch up with you in person. Well, not in person, but face to face on screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Same to you. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, and I thought, yeah, this is the guy to talk to
Yeah.
because I think a lot of people in the shoegaze community or whatever you want to call it, they like to separate Britpop and shoegaze, but it's
Yeah.
really good to see how they join together. And this is like territory that not many fans actually delve upon.
No. And
And people always go on about Baggy, don't they? They always think about the Lars and the Stone Roses debut album, but I think Ride Going Blank Again and Adorable Against Perfection, they should be mentioned in the whole
they
timeline.
should be. They should be. And
Yeah,
there's a
Ride
new
especially.
box set coming out by Cherry Red Records. And I can't remember the listing of the tracks on it, but I don't really think Adorable are on it. It's like it's called Baggy to Britpop. There's no shoegaze on here at all.
Oh yeah, I remember I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah, which
yeah,
is a shame because I
yeah, big
feel
shame.
more. Yeah.
All right, nice one, Dave.
All right, Sam. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
try and maybe do another one of these in the future.
yeah, I'd love to. I'll bring some of my box sets on and we'll have a chat, go through some of them
Yeah,
next
sure.
time. Yeah?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it'd be great to see. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that chat with Sat. It was a great opportunity to catch up with someone who loves shoegaze music so much. And I hope to catch up with Sam again in the near future and talk more about Britpop and other 90s music genres. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And thank you to watching to the end if you did. I really appreciate it. And please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time here on the Britpop Buzz podcast.